resistance coming up here at 33,555, guys. I'll be looking for a short signal. One way you can do it, wait till the market gets overbought, look for your first 15 range trade. There's no ticks now. Now would be, if this were 2 o'clock, I'd be doing maybe a tick boom trade. We have plenty of setups for these situations that work. And for newer traders, we advise that you learn them first before you venture out and try to actually trade them. Okay, here's the 555 area. Let's see if this becomes a resistance area. And basing it on that, because I'm looking at here, guys, that's why. See this? Powell will be speaking in a couple of minutes. The Fed Powell, not the dog. Huh.
Oh, I need to see if he's barking this morning.
He's like a big chicken. It's like living on a farm with roosters. He thinks he's a chicken.
I'm just barking at every little thing that moves.
When Fed Powell speaks, it's like Johnny Carson coming out, doing a monologue. Oh, I'll still look for a short setup. Yeah. In other words, because let's say he says something bearish. So right now you could put a sell stop, let's say around 545. Hey, it's Powell. Hello. He's saying disregard everything everybody said yesterday. I have a sell stop right now at 560 in case it breaks down. They're all short covering right before he starts speaking. So in case he says something negative. I'm ready to short it. Exactly. Well, not everybody knows what he's going to say. Some do, some don't. What the big boys do is they, there you go, takes them off. They do this, what I just did. Excellent.
David. There you go.
Yeah, stop should have been between 560 and 565.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Now let's have a winning day at trading.
All right, 572 is good too. As long as you make money, guys, and are prepared, that's all we care about. Everybody has the numbers, right? Now your support is 580. Yeah, Stuart, what I would want you to do is like let it break 579. All right, put a 579 sell stop this time. You only want to buy or sell if the market goes in your direction. Yeah, it was a good one. 20 points in 2 seconds. Right now, 585 sell stop. Goes back down. Yeah. Did you grab your 20 points, Bill? That was a quickie. Always have your stop, your target in place. And profits are yours. Don't sit around and, I wonder what will happen if, this is trading. Trading penalizes the slow pokes. Right now, I have 585 sell stop, guys. 585.
I like it.
And if you're long, you could keep that as a sell stop anyway. Well, I didn't have confidence always. When I was losing, you don't have confidence. You only get confidence after you start winning. You got to pretend you're good. Remember the Muhammad Ali quote. To be a champion, you must believe you're a champion. And if you're not, pretend. How about 607 as a sell stop? Raise it.
I love that, Hugo.
And then you could even put a target of like 593. Always have stops and targets in place, guys. If you're going to trade these wild swings. Everybody have their plan written out? Trading plan?
Let's see. So Mike's the only one with the trading plan ready to go.
Don't take losing trades. I love that one.
Trading plan. Plan might work. It might. At this pace, we're gonna be at 9:30 before we know it.
There you go. Good one, Mike. Anyone know what 647 is?
Oh, I have a guess.
Well, let's see. The low is 590.
Seems like a great plan, Chad.
157 points above it. Remember where we covered the last short? We covered that last short, remember, guys, at 33. 190, right? 13 minutes until the open.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody's green so far, huh?
Yep.
We are all green, right, guys?
It should be at least 3 for 3.
Either green with envy or green with cash. Slightly red. All right.
Slightly red. That's overcomable, Bill.
That is overcomable. Let's do that. I think that means if you haven't traded yet, you're taupe.
Yeah.
Taupe. It's a nice neutral color.
Usually it's best to have your target in place when you're trading on this volatility. Have your targets in place, 12 to 20 points, like that last sell stop we did. I mean, I'm sitting there with the buy limit. Yeah, you see what happens is you guys hope for a runner. Now it's great. I was hoping for a runner too, but I had my targets. Remember the 565 sell stop? Think about it. Here's the trade, right? Now, if you sat there and you go, well, I think it's going to go all the way down, I don't need a stop. That's arrogance. Always have a stop, always have a target. At least take one off. Stop to break even. So here was our short, right? I mean, it's possible it wouldn't have worked, right? Right there, we had a sell stop, remember? You guys did that? First had a sell stop at 545, remember? Then it moved it up to 550, 55, 60, 65. Dave, hey Dave, you made money on that trade, right, David?
I know I did.
He had a sell stop at 72. So isn't it good to have, let's say you go short at 65, have a buy limit at 553, right? And another buy limit, 545, right? So did 545 get hit? See, if you guys are wondering why you lost money on the trade, you didn't have a target. And then as soon as you hit 545, what do? You stop. Anyone? Yeah, we got a little sell signal here. Anyone know what you do? You stop. Goes to break even. Yeah. Should not lose money on that trade. If you don't know how to do that, guys, take a lesson with a coach. A coach will walk you through it. Come here. I'll walk you through every trade like that. You'll be a genius. You'll think you're the greatest trader alive. Notice how we come right up to 647? Anybody see that? Short at 645. Right now I'm short at 643. So stay short. Your next target is 605. It's called the volatility trade. See it right there? This is the fourth short trade. Fourth trade already.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. First target hit.
Nice job, coach.
There we go. You guys get the part of that? Any of that? Coach
605, next target.
called out this trade about, I don't know.
Yep, that's the 157 retracement.
Let's see. That was
Good job. That's a way, good way for you guys to get green.
eight minutes ago. 8 minutes ago, we called this.
Die, you dirty dog.
8 minutes ago.
We'll see if we can work something like that out. It's very difficult when you're running the room for a group of people, you know? The whole idea individually is sit next to somebody. We can run a trading room while you're sitting there, you know? 5 minutes until the open, guys.
Bingo. What is it? In 2 weeks, I've got, who is it? Rudy and, Robert. Robert in a couple weeks.
Robert, yeah.
Sitting next to me, learning the ways of the force.
Next support we have is 33,585. Yeah, he's not going to comment. He'll just wink. He'll send hand signals, smoke signals. Trend right now, guys, 2 out of 3 are down. The daily has inched to an uptrend by literally like 3 ticks on the moving average. We'll start in 30 seconds. Coach, you want me to move to the orientation room right now?
Yep. If those of you who want to go to orientation this morning, trial members, please go to orientation. And yeah, that'd be great, Coach.
All right, we're
Like
there
30
right
minutes
now.
is-
Just logging in.
Give you guys a quick orientation and be back in 30 minutes. See you back here in 30 minutes, Coach.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Again, those of you newer to us on trial, please go to orientation. Help yourselves through the open. And we are open for business. All right. Trend is still down. There was good morning. 2 out of 3 are still down. 15 minutes up, 60s down. We are below the pivot. So that was a 15 range, 16 tick rule sell signal that you guys heard. No trading for first 6 minutes for newer traders.
Also, for those who are on a bigger time frame, you'll notice that the daily chart just began to turn up. So one of the things we do for newer traders, we have sort of what we call our 6-minute rule. When the market opens, we stand aside and we wait 6 minutes. This gives us an opportunity to find out what the institutions are doing, where they're buying, where they're selling. So one of the first things you do when you get up in the morning, you look at your charts, of course, and you observe the trend for today, intraday, okay? And one of the things you do, let me move this chart around. One of the things you do is you look at a 60-minute chart, which is here. And you look at the 5-period moving average and the 20-period. So what would you say the trend is there? 5-period is below the 20, right? So that would be regarded as a downtrend. Yep. Now the 15-minute chart, uptrend. So now what are you going to do? You have charts that are disagreeing with each other. Well, now you turn to the daily pivot. And you look at the daily pivot and you say, all right, 33,793. We are below the daily pivot, right? So 2 of 3 trend elements are down. So that means what? You have to look for short trades until the trend turns up. Can you trade the long side? Only if you have approval to do counter trend trades. So I'm being a good 4-hour chart. You mean like one bar prints every 4 hours? Newer traders have, it doesn't matter. It's really not a function of newer traders. It's the money you have in the account. I've seen people want to trade a 4-hour chart and they have like $3,000 in their account. And it's like, are you kidding me? For bigger players, yes, it's very good chart to follow. So let's say, I don't know, I'll throw out and say, yeah, you have $50,000 in the account or more. Use a bigger time frame. Yeah, for trend reference. But if you trade a smaller account, you only need exactly what we show you. 60-minute chart, 15-minute chart, daily pivot. It's worked for me for the last 20 years. It hasn't changed. So there's no reason, I'm sure it would agree, but I don't know, what would happen if you have a 4-hour chart conflicting with a 60-minute chart? I'd have to do a whole bunch of studies. Most of the stuff that I do has been tested over years. So I hate to just change something, you know what I mean, Sartor? Because I'll get back, if somebody has something really good, right? Let's say you have something really good for me. I'd look at it and say, all right, I'll test it out for the 6 months to a year, not a week. And it won't help my clients. My clients need help sooner. Here we have a sell signal, by the way. We have a sell signal. You see that? Yeah, if something works, do not change it. Yeah, that sell signal went on at 7:39, 33,739, and 7:10. 7:10 would still be a good target if you wanted to short into here. $7.10 to $7.05. And we use that because we call it Sakasa. See that? Double top says your 705, 710. Nice little short trade, right? Yeah, well, it could keep reversing. Now you got to trail your stop. That's the whole objective. You'd be trailing your stop right here. Just about every formation that we have, two things can happen. It can be a successful trade or a loser. All right. Now, of the successful trade, two things can happen. It can either be wind up with scalp type results or a runner. Now, of all of those scenarios, here's the deal. We never know. So how do we deal with uncertainty? By the way, my next target is 680. Managing the stop, that's the only way. You take a setup, you have a predetermined stop, and then when you take, let's say, a first target, and then trail your stop. That's it. It's the only formula. Here comes our 680. I typed something in the regular room by accident. And guess what? Flat on the trailing stop. So now you've got an M, right? You have an M where? Anybody want to tell me where you have an M trade? $6.79, right? Yeah, you do it. Yeah, this is a good one, Sartor. Great example. We have a first touch rule and an M trade. Which one's going to work? Which one will work? No one knows. No, that's not. They're in conflict. First touch rule long because momentum is up. M short because the trend is down. Nope. The whole idea of trading is you take either one and have a stop. If it doesn't work, you go on to the next trade. And that's what's hard for traders to visualize. Right now, the trend is still down because we're below the pivot. So I'm putting a sell stop at 79 to go short with a 30-point stop because the trend is down. If the trend were up, I'd do it. Now, now the only way I'm going to limit my risk, instead of 5 contracts, turn to 2 contracts. Does that make sense? Because same risk, 30 points, but I don't want to lose 30 points with 5 contracts. So now I'm willing to risk it with 2 contracts. They're having fun in the room. And that's what trading is, people. Trading is an unknown outcome with probabilities. That's all it is. There is no certainty in the market. So those people who look for, we have 6 setups, but those looking for those 6 setups to work all the time wind up extremely disappointed. And we don't want to see that. Any questions so far? By the way, if 679 is hit, my target is 659. Yeah. Now, the only reason I look at the downside is why? Because the trend is down. So my odds favor this target that I'm hitting right now. So I want you to start looking at probability of success, Sartor. The probability is a short, right? Think about it. Trend is down. Which is going to be right, the M or the first touch rule? Perfect example. Did anyone take that short? Even on your notes. In the beginning, we don't want people actually executing trades. What we want you to do is take notes. So you would say, all right, I saw a double top. The market's below the pivot. As soon as the stochastics reverse to go lower, I'll take the short. By the way, your next target would be 638. Next downside target. Any questions? Another thing I like, guys, are trend lines. Good old-fashioned trend lines. People forget about trend lines. Nothing wrong with drawing a trend line. And what do? You take a ray from here, right? You bring it up. As long as that trend line stays up, market still has support. Yeah. Well, I like to, everybody likes to draw sharper trend lines. I like to draw more extended ones because you connect the two first swing points. Right now, that trend line would break at around 606. Meaning, if you put a sell stop at 605, right, would break that trend line. It's always tough, sort of, when the momentum is up strongly and the trend is still down. Toughest time to trade. It really is. You almost have to throw a coin up in the air and go with the coin flip. That's why what I mentioned, what's best is to have 3 out of 3 trend indicators plus the momentum in your direction. Does that make sense? So there are a number of people who are on trial right now. We also have, besides our trial members, we have a whole bunch of people on YouTube that are watching. What I recommend for your career as a trader is to sign up in the room, sign up here for 3 days. This is for the YouTubers, because we're going to, you don't get the comments all day. We only open up a little bit, but our room is open all trading day. Sign up here for 3 days. All right. Step by step. Follow the 3 days for free. Right. Prove to yourself that we have a semblance of knowing what we're talking about, knowing a little bit about the market, right? And that we are real, not fake traders. Here comes our 38 target. Boom. Then, to move a little bit more thoroughly, after the 3 days are up, and you say, well, all right, that's good, but it's only 3 days, right? You want further proof? Sign up for a month. Because maybe for 3 days we're lucky. We might be lucky. So sign up for a whole month. That's only, for now, they're going to probably raise it, $99. Thank you, Sorter. Sign up for $99. Watch the trading calls. Make sure we know what we're doing. Then if you want to learn the methodology, then we have, again, the $299 for a month. There are individual trading sessions. The biggest problem with doing a one-on-one online is that if I'm online with one person, I can't be with the group. So online we reserve for groups, for, virtual classroom. And in person, we're either going to do boot camps, which we've done, where we have a smaller group, but it's in person, at a hotel or something. And then we also, while we're doing that group, we can still broadcast the group session in real time online. That's fine. But individual online really becomes tough, because then you're basically not available to anybody online. And that's really tough. By the way, my trailing stop on that short was hit. Now, the only way I'd take a short is if we break the trend line. Does that make sense? Which right now would be, again, about 605. So it'd have to come down about 125 points. By the way, the volatility number is pretty good today. 157 was the volatility number. One other comment. If you notice on the daily chart, we have turned slightly higher here. You notice that the trend has turned up. The only way it would stay down is if we take out the lows of the day on this chart, which right now seem unlikely. Any questions? You know, I've had, just to throw it in perspective, in other words, group sessions, there are a number of traders who've done group trading and have been successful without taking any course. Not that many, but I've got guys, you can ask Milton, the Killer Bees, Ken, David. They've never taken any courses. They basically come in for the calls, they add it to their repertoire, and they're doing well. Who's that guy? Tex Bob. He's a wild man. And he's trading the stochastics, and he'll add, no, not yet. It's between Texas and Virginia. Now, a couple of people who, are in a remote area, we're going to see if we can work a deal out with them where we can have them do a one-on-one, like either here at my office in Destin or St. Petersburg, and cut that $10,000 fee. In other words, if we have a couple of online courses and a personal training, we might be able to reduce that fee. The only thing, it's very intense, and let's face it, you can only trade one or two or three at a time, the most. I've never done a personal mentorship with more than 3 people. The biggest I've ever done is 3. Most of the time it's 1, and the second most, like 30% of the time, it's with 2. But it works best with 1 because this way it's 100% effective with that one person. Let's see. Man, this is a tough scenario right now. I would not do anything right now unless we get above the daily pivot or below the trend line. So you would mark, Sartor, were you here early, like before 8:30? We had 2 trades. Okay. We called 2 trades short because the trend was down, or maybe we'll get a sell up here. The trend was down, right? And we had two 15 range sell signals. But then after Powell spoke, the market ran back up. So tough decision right here. And while it's just volatile, the other problem I have, one of the things we look at, average true range for risk on each trade. Right now you'd have like about a 55-point stop right there. See that? Volatility is 44.6. A little too crazy. All right. So we stand aside. We still didn't break the trend line though. Trend line now would be broken at about 620, 33,620.
Welcome to Liberty Trading Club, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed our live stream this morning of our trade room and our basic training. If you have any questions and would like to join us live in the trade room, visit libertytradingclub.com. You'll get to take our live trade calls during your trial, as well as participate in chat to have questions answered by a coach. After your first free 3 days, it's just $99 a month for trade room access. Please like, subscribe, and share.